Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? We are having chill vibes today. Chill vibes, because I don't know. It sure is Splatoon's 11th anniversary, which is cool. I love Splatoon. If you're new here, hi, I mostly play Splatoon. I'm a competitive Splatoon player and commentator. But I don't know, today I wanted to do some Fields of Mystery, which I haven't played since December, according to my Steam profile, and there was an update, like a major update, back at the end of February. So I'm gonna play for a bit tonight and see some of the new stuff that got added. I hope y'all are having a good night. We'll just be chilling and chatting. And not only do I have, a virtual cat in front of me here, I also have some real-life cats who would love some kitty treats, so I will turn on the camera for a moment just to get the cats on here. One of them is in the sun behind me. It is a beautiful day, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous out. And I got some new music, which is by Necofan. Some new background music for streams and whatnot, and the lo-fi tracks are very chill. I like them. Very, very nice. All right, the cats realize what's happening. They have a sense of what's going on. Hi. Hi. Hello. Da 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 da. There we go. I think now we can see you a little better. Hi. Oh, Dylan. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Where are you going? They're so perfect. He's back. He knows. Hi. How are you doing, Luna? Okay. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Scooter. Here he comes. Coco's over here, too. Hi. All right. Okay. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Shh, okay, one more extra. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Scooter totally only got one. You... I don't know what you're talking about, Coco. Scooter only got one. They're so cute. I love them. Oh, they're so good. Oh, I just bonked Coco. Hi, I'm gonna take my chair from the kitties. Hi, and it's like I have a Coco on this screen as well. Coco, look, it's you, but, like, not moving as much. They're such a party. Hi, Matt. Also, happy belated birthday, Luna. What did you end up doing? You were streaming yesterday, weren't you, for your birthday? Yesterday, I started cross-stitching. I posted some photos over on my Instagram stories and also on Blue Sky. I like cross-stitching. It is so much easier than crocheting. I don't know if there's anybody here who both cross-stitches and crochets. If there is, please let me know which you find easier. I come from a sewing background and not a knitting background, so for me, the cross-stitch I took to immediately. It really only took me about 2 minutes to get comfortable, and then I was like, oh, I get it, I understand it. Crocheting hurts my brain. Like, I started one of those woobles as my first crochet project, the little narwhal. I also got the cat, but I knew, like, my first one was going to be jank. So I decided to start with the narwhal because I like cats a lot and I wanted the cat to be really good. And I have been stalling out on the crochet because I don't know, it just hurts my brain. It started teaching me how to read patterns, and it's like, it got to the point where I was no longer just watching a video and replicating what I saw. They want me to, like, actually understand how it works, which, fair, but it hurts my brain. I have to keep very detailed notes of, like, every single stitch I'm doing, so it is not really a, like, wind down and relax hobby for me, unlike cross-stitching, which I started last night, and I was like, oh, easy. But I'm working on a big man cross-stitch from Splatoon. I also have a Master Sword one from Zelda, but I decided to start with Splatoon, and I'm liking it. I have, like, this whole patch of white to do, so I might do some of that tonight, maybe while Jovial does his own crafting or does, like, some Death Stranding or whatnot, and I'm just, like, chilling on the couch. He was doing some gunpla last night. But yeah, crocheting I think is a lot more difficult. I also want to learn how to knit, but now I'm afraid. Now I'm afraid. Everybody told me crocheting was easier than knitting, so I decided to do crocheting before knitting. And crocheting hurts my brain, so I'm very afraid of knitting. And I wanted to start all these hobbies to find more just chill, relax on the couch sort of crafty things to do, and not just, like, always be on screens. And I was a little intimidated and sad when I found out that crocheting is not coming to me super quickly. And it's actually very hard for me to do late at night when I'm very tired. I'm like, oh god, it's too difficult for my brain. So I think cross-stitching is going to be my, like, late night wind down sort of thing. So, alright, let's swap on over to some Fields of Mystria. How you doing, Felicia? Hold on, I just had to cut that music for a second to go open something. There we go. Bonk. I have not played this since December, so I genuinely have no idea where I'm at and, like, what is happening. Apparently I saved at 10 p.m. the last time I played. I'm in fall, year 3. You got your termination contract from work today? I forget, is this a good thing or a bad thing? I forget if this came up earlier. You got back into Overwatch again because of the Overwatch 10th anniversary? Oh my gosh, Overwatch is younger than Splatoon. Because I was like, wait, but Splatoon just turned 11. And then I realized, I was like, oh, wait a second. I only tried out Overwatch because I'd been playing Splatoon for a little bit at that point, for, you know, about a year at that point, and I was like, you know what? I'm willing to give some other team shooters a shot. And then I really genuinely loved Overwatch for a bit, and then the community changed, and I did not love it anymore. I still remember it fondly, though. I also remember when it was not quite so nice, but I remember the first several months of Overwatch's release being so much fun for me. Jovial and I would play together, and then there were a few times we ended up, like, forming groups with strangers who just had really good, like, nice vibes and were really nice in voice chat, and so we were all like, hey, does everybody just want to, like, make a 6-stack and just keep playing together? And that was always really fun. That did not last forever, though. Oh, it's a thing. Store closes in November. Get terminated by then. Have very good laws against random termination. Oh, okay, yeah, I had to send them out this month to be within the deadline. Oh, okay. So these are like the heads up. Everybody's going to be losing their jobs. But you get layoff compensation? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we are not guaranteed that in the US. It sucks. We don't have a whole lot. I forgot I forgot I had this right here next to the fridge. I forgot. Hi, Tonic. This is my boyfriend. That was recent too. That was fall. That was the 20th in fall, year 3. That was 2 days ago in game, which I have not played this since December. But anyway, I do have a little bit of time before I have to go to bed. You know what? We'll use this time to remember how to play this game. Didn't I have like a run? I don't remember. Oh, no. Okay, I have default run on, but yes, the way I went faster was with my mount. Which... Right, I made a secondary key for it, because I found the, like, equals 1 to be annoying to hit. So, what did I make it F? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. You would expect people to be thirsty in summer, and not so much winter. You would expect that. Let's just reorient all the stuff that I have. I know the, like, Mines quest, now has a finale, and I'd been waiting on that forever, so I guess tomorrow we can stop into the mines and see what I need to do to open up, I think, the last biome in the mines. You had a really funny encounter at work. It was slightly insensitive, but hilarious. In what way? I did a bunch of cleaning at home today. Did a bunch of, like, laundry. I cleaned both of the bathrooms, including scrubbing the tiles. I did some yard work today, and I also did work. And it was really, I don't know, it was just, like, really nice out today. It's still really nice out. It is gorgeous. So I was like, let me stream a little bit earlier tonight, and then I'll stop at some point, I don't know, in a couple hours to have dinner. And hang out with my husband, and I don't know, if it's still light out, maybe we'll go for a short walk. March is a good choice, but Reyna's my bias. I love Reyna! Okay, so I love a lot of the characters, and I'm so glad that polyamory is a thing in Fields of Mystria, partially because I am polyamorous, and I don't get to see that in, like, games that let you date people very often. For example, in Stardew Valley, there is not polyamory unless you, like, download a mod. I do love Adeline. I also love her brother. Gotta love Caldaris, how you pronounce his name. Celine, I adore and love, but I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna end up dating her, but I do love her. Dozy is a dog, so we're obviously not dating him, but he is in fact best boy. He is in fact best boy. I do love my boy Ayland, and I probably will date him. Juniper, I wasn't going to date back when I thought that there wasn't going to be polyamory, and I was trying to decide between Juniper and March. So obviously I picked March first, but I will end up dating Juniper at some point. I love her so much. She's so... Oh my god. She, like, kind of sucks, but, like, I love her. She's so fucking funny. Yeah, exactly. She is adorable. Celine's adorable. She's, like, I don't know, like my bestie. She's my bestie. So good. Oh my god, I skipped over Hayden. Do love Hayden. Hayden's so good. Your wife is so right for that. She's so great. So obviously I picked March. Actually, when this game came out, Avril and I were talking about it, and Avril also loves Fruits Basket, which is a manga. Not only a manga I adore, it is my #1 manga of all time. It has not been dethroned. It is still my favorite. And I am obsessed now with when my brain went to go combine Witch Hat Atelier and Apothecary Diaries. It was like the Witch Hat Apothecary. I do love Witch Hat Atelier. I have now caught up on the manga. I like marathoned it. I freaking adore it. But still, Fruits Basket's my fave. And March reminded us of Kyo, the cat from Fruits Basket. I love him. I love him a lot. Reese is also really great. I might end up beating Reese at some point. He's a sweetie. Yes, so good. I had a customer picking up a graphics card from the shelf. Told her, yeah, we don't have this one on the floor. Let me get it from our storage. And the customer handed me the box. Her eyes widened and she yelled, oh my god, you're trans. So loud that the entire store could hear it. Yeah, you're just a shiny Pokemon. She was blessed with the good shiny RNG that day. So good. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I think I did everything that I needed to do before I like saved last time. Yeah, this game's really cute. I like my little outfit. Oh, I think there were like more cosmetics that were added. I don't know if they're only the cosmetics that you get from like the Saturday shops and whatnot. Yeah, this game is still like in alpha, essentially. It's still early access. This is version like 0.15. I just happened to be busy back at the end of February with Ludi and whatnot, and then got into a Splatoon grind, and then today I was like, wait, I could play Fields of Mystria. I don't love the rotations in Splatoon tonight. I could play some Fields of Mystria instead. Oh, she did the YouTube thumbnail face, like the Wojak meme face. That is so great. Yeah, Stardew does need some more characterization. Okay, I do think probably the customization is likely through stuff that you unlock, either like just doing things or by shopping. So well, I got a few days to play through before I get to Saturday, which is when the Saturday market is, where those various NPCs come and sell stuff. You run a satisfactory grind once more. Yeah, I feel like me playing this now, I'm like, oh, I might get hooked in this. I am going to be pet sitting for one of my best friends starting midway through next week, and I'll be pet sitting for a little over a week, and I am not sure how playing Splatoon is going to go. Like, I'm hoping that I'll be able to play some Splatoon during that time, because I do play on also like essentially house sitting. There are 3 dogs there and 4 cats, and especially the 3 dogs are very, very needy. They're just very used to somebody being home at all times. So I'm trying to spend as many nights there as I can so they don't have to be crated, because they're not used to being crated for long periods of time. So I'm not sure how my online gaming experience is going to go. They live kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we'll see. I know they do play online games, but Splatoon and Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch are special. So I frequently don't have a lot of faith in how it's going to perform if I'm playing on Wi-Fi. Yeah. So I was like, oh, maybe I get back into Fields of Mystria. I know they're so cute though. One is like a giant golden retriever. I think one is a golden retriever mix. She's smaller. And then I forget what the smallest dog is. But I think she's like part poodle or something. She's so cute. But yeah, they're very needy. They're very sweet. They're very needy. And they're also used to going outside several times a day to run around and use the bathroom. So I'm probably going to be working there for, if not every day, then nearly every day, and then probably spending as many nights there as I can work out with my spouse. Because he cannot, especially, well, he definitely can't on days that he has to commute, because he's hybrid. But I also don't think he would want to set up a workspace over there, so it's probably just going to be me. And obviously my spouse is going to want to see me sometimes. We still have to figure out exactly how that scheduling is going to work. Oh my gosh, why do I have so much mail? Holy, oh, this is all from the update. This is all from the update. Yeah, they don't live directly in New York City. That's actually why they kind of live in the middle of nowhere. Because they had to move somewhere farther away to get a much larger yard and just a larger house for the 3 dogs and 4 cats. So they do have a train that goes to the city, but it's not a frequent train. Like, they're able to go to New York City, because my friend does actually have to commute into New York City occasionally. But it's a long commute for her. Way longer than it is for me, whenever I go into the city. Way longer than for Jovial. I mean, Jovial and I bought the house that we did because it was out of the city, but, like, still not a crazy commute into the city. Alright, so we got an artifact replicator. That's one of the new things. Perpetual soup pot. The Innisfree soup of the day is pretty popular. Oh, we can get our own perpetual soup pot. Okay, cool. Community improvements. Let's see. Okay, that's just a thing that's a new quest line with Adeline. Okay, there's gonna be Luke with the bugs thing, Tirithia with a fish thing. We're gonna have a seed maker via Nora. Get our own mini mill. I actually would enjoy to have one on the farm. Auto feeders is what I'm most excited about. I know people were like begging for auto feeders in this game for a while, so I'm glad that we have that at this point. Oh yeah, you have a really short time into the inner city. Sadly, we do not really have many walkable cities in the US outside of the most major cities. Like, New York City is a very walkable city, but outside of, like, New York City, like, all of the towns that you would live in to commute into New York City, if you don't already live in New York City, don't tend to be very walkable. I used to live somewhere outside of the city that was pretty walkable, but not where I currently live. I mean, I can do, like, long walks. I will say that it's not terrible to bike around, and now we got myself a bicycle, so I might do more biking around town. There are so many hills, though, so I guess my thighs are going to get very in shape again. New York's uniquely walkable. Yeah, especially New York City. Yeah. LA is so not walkable. I've been to LA once, and I did not like it. I really did not like it. I was like, this city sucks. Like, going to any event there sucked. You had to essentially take a taxi from your hotel. It was so garbage. Okay, yeah, so they're all gonna be eating stuff in the trails. Yeah, I've never been to Houston, though. I actually do kind of want to go at some point. I don't know, is Houston or Dallas better to visit? I've never really been in Texas outside of Round Rock, back when Low Tide City was a thing. Rest in peace. But, like, that was not a city. And we just lived inside the Kalahari. So, you know, not really the same. Not quite the same. Don't like Dallas. Every time you drive there, someone tries to kill you with their car. Oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of how New York City is. It's just that, like, you yell at people like, "Hey, I'm walking here." I did actually do that at a Riptide once. I remember, I was like Tori and Bugs and some other people, and we were gonna go get food somewhere for a late night dinner. And we were crossing the street, and some guy really aggressively was turning and did not yield to us, and didn't come super close to hitting us, but definitely made us really uneasy. And I did yell, "Hey, I'm walking here!" at him and flipped him off. Someone merging into you? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, the freeway. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I don't have to deal with that when in New York City. Recently met someone from Texas at the karaoke at the lesbian bar. Oh, it's a lesbian bar with people there are gay men. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Also, we have a short ad that's starting. I did change up the ads to run twice an hour for 1.5 minutes instead of once an hour for 3 minutes. So if you're not subbed or don't have Twitch Turbo, you will be getting an ad, but it will be short. So I'm just gonna keep playing. So we're just chilling. Get some wood. Alright. I think I have some stuff to harvest. Gosh, every time I stop this game, I have to like relearn how to play it. Cool. Alright. I don't think anything else is ready for a harvest. Nope. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so I wanted to go to the mines today, which is great because it's raining anyway. I do want to get that auto feeder. Was that from Hayden? Hi, Starry! How are you doing? Yes, auto feeders. Am I poor? Okay, I'm not as poor as I could be. You live in the second queer city in Europe? That's so awesome! What are the queerest cities in Europe, would you say? Hayden! That's... Oh, okay, it's 5,000 per. Okay. So that does make the larger ones more... The larger, like, barns and whatnot more appealing to use for. Yes, we're at your husband's. Barcelona and Cologne. Oh, you know, I've heard good things about Barcelona, but I've never been to Spain. Hi, Pat. Had a day. Had to order an A0 print for your project. Oh. Brighton's queer friendly? I have never been. I don't know what I would say are the, like, most queer-friendly cities in the U.S. other than obvious. Like, I would say New York City is very obviously up there. I'm sure there are some cities in California, absolutely. Portland in Oregon, I would say. Definitely very queer friendly. Man, I really liked Portland and like that area of the Pacific Northwest when we went. Want to get 2? I'm gonna get 2 for now. Let's go set that up. Oh, Madison, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, some of Jovial's college friends live in Madison. We keep meaning to like go visit them at some point. Okay, let's go put this. This is the big one. So, does it have to go next to like a trout or something? I'm not entirely sure. Store any edible items inside to autofill. Maybe it doesn't matter where. I don't know. Where do we put you? Oh yeah, I'm sure Seattle's up there. I would say definitely the big cities of. Oh, there we go. Cool. Awesome. That's where that goes. That's what that is. I couldn't remember if that was new or not. That little table thing there. I really liked the Pacific Northwest when we went a few years ago. I kept telling Jovial, I was like, man, if we were not so set up in New York, and like we didn't have like so much of our family on the East Coast, I would move to the Pacific Northwest. So what do we store? Oh yeah, I guess we store food in there. Okay. So I'm sure I have food I can go grab and whatnot. Lips. I think this is another larger one. It's a medium barn. Oh, but we don't. Oh, or is this only for like the big giant barns? Oh, wow. Interesting. Guess this is the game being like, go get some larger ones. Well, okay. Good to know. I will store that for now. Yeah, since Seattle's impossible unless you're rich. Portland's the same. I would say the New York City region, the Pacific Northwest, and California all have very high cost of living. So also very high cost of housing. They're also kind of the areas that I'm the most interested in living in. We ended up settling in, greater New York City area. Okay, what kind of food do we want to put in there? What do I have left? A lot of berries. I know a lot of wintergreen berries. Sure, a bunch of those. For now. I always said I'd go to the mines, but I feel like I'm still reacquainting myself with what I have in the game. Oh, Lyon and Marseille are also pretty decently big. I have been to Paris. That's the only city I've been to in France. My time in Paris was funny, because I felt like the people there hated me, whether or not I spoke French. And I just wanted to be like, guys, I'm from America, and I hate America even more than you do. And yet, here I am speaking French to you. And they were just like, oh, don't speak French to us. And I'd be like, okay, you hate it when Americans don't speak French to you, because you're like, oh, stupid lazy Americans don't bother learning other languages. And then there I was being like, I've taken 8 years of French, which I have now in the present day forgotten most of, because I've not been using it ever since I switched gears to learning Japanese, which I do actually use on a more daily basis than French for work. It was just very funny. I felt like They hated me if I spoke French, and they hated me if I didn't speak French. They want you to try, but you also fail, and they will make fun of you. Yes. It was fun. You know, like, whenever I speak, like, any Japanese, I get the Nihongo Jozud, which is just like, oh, you're so good at Japanese. Which I swear they mostly say to people who they are like, oh, you're clearly not native. They can also tell by looking. I'm like, yes, I'm clearly not Japanese. I'm pretty obviously white. But it was just very funny. But I was like, no. I know how this goes. You're telling me this because I don't sound native. And they're like, yeah. Sonnakoto nai desu. And they'd be like, oh, you actually know Japanese. They'd be like, oh, okay, but your pronunciation is really good. Oh, thank you. Thanks, I'll take that. A lot of the things that French people do can be perceived as aggressive by Americans. And yeah, it was interesting because, like, you know, being, like, I'm not, like, from New York City, but, like, I've been here for over a decade now. So I feel like I can be like, okay, I'm, like, reasonably a New Yorker now. And a lot of people do come to New York City and are like, why are people rude? And I'm like, well, okay, I get why you think it's rude. It's really more that, like, so many people in New York are like, I have a place to be. And so for us, being polite is being very sensitive to other people's time and also space, because everybody's also really, like, squished together. So, like, the kind thing to do is to not take up too much of somebody's time. So, like, if you're asking for directions somewhere, just, like, try to be quick and be like, oh, hey, hi, how do I get to X? Instead of being like, oh, hi, how are you? Do you mind if we ask you a question? We're a little bit lost. And it's like, okay, hurry up. Hurry up! I got somewhere to be! And so I'm like, no, they're not rude here. We just have a different concept of, like, what being polite means. We value different things. And we value very highly not wasting people's times with needless pleasantries. Like, only in New York City, you'll have somebody, like, griefing you the whole time while they take you somewhere to, like, walk you somewhere because you're lost. They'll be like, oh, come on, walk faster, come on. But in Germany, they don't want you to try. Most Germans will switch to English immediately the moment you make a single grammar mistake. Interesting. Well, I don't know any German, so I did not run into that issue. I was like, I don't know any of this. I'm trying to figure out where I want to store this, let's store the auto feeder in there for now. Let's drop off these artifacts. I don't know that I have any other, like, feeder and whatnot in this game. If I have it, it's probably in one of the barns. Man, I wish the auto feeder worked for, like, all of them. Wow, we have 6, so we're gonna have 4 remaining here. I'm running really low on seed and feed. Actually, we'll just take all of that for now. But yeah, it's interesting because, like, I guess in New York City, I'm so used to people, like, especially, like, international tourists not being native English speakers. Honestly, there are a lot of people living in New York City who are not native English speakers, who are, like, they're English as a second language speakers, that when people make grammatical mistakes, but I can still understand what they mean and what they're saying, like, I don't really think twice. And it's just very interesting that, like, there is this conception of, like, Americans being like, oh, man, everybody has to speak English. And yeah, that is a fair criticism of the US. I would not say that the US is particularly known as a whole for being great about multiculturalism in terms of speaking other languages. However, in major cities like New York City, where there is inherently a lot of multiculturalism, there are so many people moving there from outside the US. And also a lot of like a long history of immigration there. That I don't know, in New York City, like it's really normal to be somewhere and hear languages other than English. And so I just never think twice. Whereas I think, especially in Japan, for example, because that is an island country that definitely the very strict idea of like what it means to be Japanese. And if you don't look that way, or you're not speaking this like perfect Japanese, like they will just like immediately flag you as like you're gaijin. And I'm like, yes, I'm a gaijin. Yeah, that's me. Whereas like I don't know, in New York City I cannot assume that about anybody unless they are clearly lost. Then I can maybe make an assumption only because they're lost. But yeah, it is interesting. A lot of French people are taught to be annoying about their language, even with each other. We're mad at the smallest language differences. Oh my gosh. You know what? That does not surprise me to hear. You talk to a lot of customers who are tourists, often greet them in German, but we'll talk to them in English. They're a little confused when I hit the... what is moin? Is that a German word? And so wild that France is a French song quota for the radio stations. Oh my god, do they really? Oh gosh. Oh, what was the like sort again? There was like a button for sorting. Well, I remember. Okay, I think I've done basically all of the like stuff that I care to do in terms of really quick barn stuff. Now I know that I should probably upgrade some of my barns, at least one for coops or whatnot. I should get one big coop or something. You got another DIY for me? Nevik has been sending me a ton of DIYs and stuff in Animal Crossing that I don't have yet. I went over yesterday and got a ton. Oh, I meant to check at lunchtime to see what DIY my villager had. I got something from Judy today. It was some... I think it was some cooking recipe that I hadn't had yet. I think most well-adjusted people are pretty used to people who don't speak English perfectly in the US. Yeah, especially in really major cities. Especially in really major cities with a history of immigration. I actually think it's really cool to walk around the US, or especially New York specifically, and hear languages other than English. I occasionally hear Japanese, and that's when I'm like, oh, can't help being nosy. Can't help practicing listening. That was like my entire time in Japan. Like I was constantly listening. When we were walking around everywhere, I was just like practicing my listening comprehension. I was like, It was still so funny to me how within like 12 hours of being in Japan, I'd heard various high schoolers, or who I assumed to be high schoolers based on their clothing, say yabai, just like walking around, like crossing the street. I'd heard like 3 instances in the first 12 hours of like somebody was like, oh, yabai, which is a slang term meaning a lot of different things. It was just very silly to me. Moin is a greeting from northern Germany. Oh, it means good. It sounds similar to the German word for morning. Oh, cool. Most people outside of northern Germany assume it stands for morning. But it doesn't. Bob's making potato curry. Ooh, oh, thank you, Nevik. Anyway, this has finally opened up. To think that the fire seal would be trapped. I want to get to the rest of the mines. Oh, you studied in Heidelberg for a time. Oh, cool. I studied in London for half a year, though they spoke English, so. It did still take me about a week to fully acclimate to the dialect in London because the cadence is different than what's around New York. So I did have to acclimate a little bit. Cologne's ugly? Oh, really? This priestess is being very vague. Lord Calderis has materialized in physical form? And he did so to save you from the sealing scroll? Yeah, he did. He's like a hot human now, sort of. I mean, he has horns. Clearly a dragon, but... Yeah, he and I are chill. We're friends. I might even date him. Maybe. Lord Calderis must be protected at all costs. If he were to... No, we shall not let any harm come to him. We will need to proceed with extreme caution, hero. Like, what? I'm literally just a girl. The last seal is trapped. Surely this one must be as well. Pray, do not touch anything in this room. It is not safe. Wait, what if I went and touched everything? We cannot risk attempting to open the ruined seal in the usual manner. You are the only one who holds hope of reaching the final seal through the ruins beyond, for I remain incorporeal. Lord Calderis and I are relying on you. Okay, but like, what do we need to do? Did a little touring, but that was through Austria after our semester ended. Oh, neat! Yeah, I've seen Berlin. I was in Berlin for a few days during a spring break trip. I loved Berlin. Mostly for like history stuff, because a lot of my focus for my history minor was on Central and Eastern Europe, particularly in the 20th century, and more specifically during like the time of World War II, and then also through the eras of the USSR. And it was really cool to see the remains of the Berlin Wall. And I did spend like 2 days in Vienna, in Austria. Oh, you have Tetris L block houses? Interesting. I bet the cathedral's pretty. I love Vienna. Yeah, I feel like I did not appreciate Vienna as much as I should have. Like, none of us spoke German, and we were also super poor. So I would have loved to experience like more of the art there, but at least looking at a lot of the buildings, I could tell like there's gorgeous architecture. Yeah, I would say especially modern Berlin does not really feel like Eastern Germany. For sure. Yeah, I would love to go back to Berlin. Jovial and I are considering doing a trip to Germany next year. My sister-in-law lived in Ireland for a year, and one of her roommates is German, lived in Germany, is back to living in Germany, and was probably organizing a trip next year for friends to go visit Germany. So we might hop on that next year. Possibly. It is still in the very, very early stages of planning. So it is only a theoretical trip, but hopefully we can make it happen next year. Because I would love to go back to Germany and actually see more of Germany beyond, like, just Berlin. I loved Berlin and I would love to go back, but surely there is a lot more to see than just Berlin. Vienna's cool, has one of the best housing systems in any German-speaking country. They take the same amount of drugs to East Germany, which makes sense for East Germany because there's nothing else to do there. But in Berlin, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Berlin was really cool. There was a lot of cool stuff to see. I mean, it's like a city. There's a ton of stuff there. There's a ton of art and culture and stuff to engage with. I will say that during that same spring break when I was in Prague, which is probably my favorite city in Europe, I would love to go back to Prague again. I don't know when it's gonna happen because it truly is Eastern Europe. It is a long flight. I say, you know, having gone to Japan 3 times, that's a long flight. My flatmates and I, during our Prague trip, did have somebody offer us some hard drugs, and we were like, we're good. We're good. You know, someone that moved from the States to Germany, or should be there with their fiance or husband. Yeah, I do not blame people who leave the US right now. Huge fan of Rhineland-Pfalz. Taking the train along the Rhine feels like going through Narnia. Oh, I bet. Whee! Things are happening. This is very different from the usual unsealing mines biomes. You and your wife consider trying to move to Germany, both classical musicians. The career prospects are quite good over there. Oh, interesting. I don't know if you know Dory from Splatoon. Dory doesn't live in Germany, but is in Europe, and is a professional musician. And I'm sure would know much more. But that's cool. Yeah, a lot of arts positions are not, I mean, this is not recent. These are not recent developments, but they've not been doing well in the US. I know a lot of people, if they want to do music as a career, usually the number one thing is people are like, well, you should be a music teacher, because at least, like, teaching is generally, like, a job. They're always like, yeah, we need teachers, but music teachers are usually one of the first to get cut at various schools, public or private. Also, some people just don't want to teach music. My sister did 1 year of a music education degree, hated it, dropped out, decided she did not want to do education, and also that she did not want to do performance. Didn't want to do conducting or anything like that. So now she pivoted into repairing musical instruments as a career, which is really cool. But yeah, she did not want to deal with gigs, and decided that she really did not. Not that she disliked teaching. She loved teaching marching band, but she did not want to be like a general music education teacher. But yeah, she gets to repair like a ton of stuff, and then sometimes she sends me photos of stuff that she's worked on. She does a lot of, she mostly works on brass instruments, like a lot of different horns, and she's done some woodwinds, but she's not really been working on strings. I think she still doesn't quite have the training for that to like feel confident doing that. So she's mostly doing horns and woodwinds, and she's been enjoying it. Yeah, a lot of artists went to Berlin, especially for a lot of music. I also know a lot of artists, even in the last few decades, ended up living in Berlin for some time. And it's a very, very artist-centric city, or at least it was a few decades ago. I don't know exactly how it is now. My goodness, what is this? We're by the magic realm. This feels trippy. Connection point. Ooh. Yeah, living off of music is hard. Living off of a lot of creativity stuff is hard. There's a reason why my day job is editing. Even though I'd love to be like an employed writer, there are more jobs in editing. Oh, what has C418 worked on? Cauldron. Okay, 5 void stones, 5 void powders, 5 void herbs, and 5 void pearls. Okay, it's a lot of void stuff. Those are probably all new. I think that's all in this update. Oh, the Minecraft composer! Yes! I have not played Minecraft, but I am familiar enough with the music, and I was like, yeah, I asked because I was like, I swear I've seen the name C418. Could realistically land a spot with an opera company in Germany. They pay a living wage. That's great. Hell yeah! Yeah, man, a living wage is like barely like a thing in the US. Very, very few places pay a living wage in the US. Oh, I thought I had I turned off a bunch of my stream element stuff. Apparently I did not turn off the timed messages. I'll have to do that later. We're being secretive? Lord Calderis? Alright, we gotta collect stuff. Void Sight. Passive skill that will allow you to see various void materials throughout the mines. Okay. Okay. So stones worth the pickaxe. Void Sight is fishing. Defeating monsters. Harvested from the ground. Okay, so all the normal stuff. All the normal stuff. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Well, we're here, so... Meow, 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 meow. Bonk. Oh, see, you've got a void powder. Woo! Let me, like, turn down the volume for the game a teeny bit more. Get 15 euros per hour. Living in Germany is probably way cheaper than living in the US. Yeah, it really depends on where you are in the US. I don't know if it's quite to the same extent in various European countries. Our cost of living really depends a lot on where you are. So obviously, like where I live, by New York City, it's very, very high. Even like all of New York State just like has a like fairly high taxes. And then other states probably generally have lower taxes and probably lower cost of groceries and whatnot. But even then, it's going to depend a lot on like gas prices and whatnot. So obviously everything's gone up lately because gas has been so expensive. So even places that are kind of in the middle of nowhere, like generally like flyover country in the US, like a lot of the Midwest, has become a lot more expensive lately. But typically, like, housing's gonna be very, very expensive in any, like, general metropolitan area, even outside of that city. But we have way fewer social services for the taxes that we pay. And I know taxes can be pretty high in various European countries, but you get a lot of bang for your buck, is my understanding. That, like, there are a lot of various social services and whatnot that are provided to people living there that we do not get in the US. For example, we don't have guaranteed health insurance. Yeah. So I still owe income tax because self-employment makes you pay twice as much. Oh my god, tell me about it. Yeah, that's my life. Because I also am self-employed. Oh, thought I had my sword out. Yeah, it freaking sucks. Man, I hate how expensive self-employment tax is. Because I'm like, so much of the US has moved into a gig economy. But, like, a lot of us are not making a whole lot of money. It used to be like, oh, obviously, like, you know, self-employment, like, you are your own boss, or, like, maybe you have your own company. Maybe you're, like, an LLC, or even bigger than that. But I'm like, no, it's literally just me. It's literally just me making very little money. And the government's like, well, you're self-employed, so you owe more in taxes. I'm like, I didn't do anything, though. That took long enough that I was, like, starting to get worried that I forgot how to fish in this game. Hi, Sherb! Hi, Hacksaw! How's moving been going? Yeah, I hate having to owe more in taxes, solely because I am a freelancer. I'm like, but I don't make that much money! Publishing, like, many industries in the US have become very gig-centric. Ooh, that's a void stone. Ooh. Windows. So is that £150 for insurance per month? Or is it... It's probably per month. Covers almost anything except for some dental things and glasses. You can fill out forms to get some money for glasses. Rent's like $5.50. Weekly grocery shopping's around $60. Oh my gosh, man. I remember... I think 10 years ago, I was able to maybe, like, get groceries for, like, $75 a week. Absolutely not anymore. Food is so expensive now. Oh my gosh. Oh, transport's like $60 per month? Oh, but student stuff, yeah. Yeah, man, all of our stuff is so expensive. Yeah, and, like, our insurance, like, never covers dental or vision. That's always a separate insurance that you have to get. And even then, like, on top of that, we typically... It really depends on what plan you have, but generally people have co-pays, where it's like, yeah, you're paying for the insurance coverage to go to the doctor, but then for every visit you still owe a copay, which for me depends on what kind of doctor, but it'll range from like $20 to $50. Going to like an emergency room also has a copay, which is much higher. Man, it's rough out here in the US. And, like, people have, like, gaslit themselves into thinking that, like, this is the superior way. And I'm like, no, but it's so bad. I have also read that with the widespread usage of LLMs, a lot of insurance companies laid off a ton of people, and a lot of their stuff has been automated. But it's been automated to just, like, not authorize certain things. And just, like, the general thing is that, like, you're like, hi, I would like to get authorization to do this thing. like, my surgeon or my doctor said that they would like me to do this thing, and I would like it to be covered by my insurance, and it should be covered by my insurance. And so you have to, like, you know, apply for, like, a pre-authorization, and they will just, like, automatically reject it. And you have to, like, actually go talk to a person to get them to allow it. And it's just, like, a massive waste of time and energy. Ow, stop it! Yay, more thingies. Oh, there's a real chest and a fake chest. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's just like the real one down there. Forget. Can I, like, water you? Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Hey, do you want, like, a rock? I forget what throw was. I have to look that up. Yeah, man! The data protection laws that we don't have in the US are so bad! Even before the usage of LLMs, like, I got a surgery in, like, 4 years ago, I think it was. And we were getting it covered by insurance. Like, the surgeon was like, this absolutely, like, should be covered by your insurance company. You are gonna need to get it pre-authorized, and they're probably gonna automatically reject you, and we will handle that. They were very kind, and were like, we'll handle that, don't worry about it. Most of the time, doctors are so overworked that they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to figure that out. And so they talked to them and were like, no, this is why, like, this should be covered by insurance. Like, this is why this is medically necessary. And then they were like, okay, it's approved. But it's so annoying! And ever since the, you know, more common usage of LLMs, it's like insurance agents are harder to get in touch with, and more and more things just get automatically rejected. Hi, Shisui. I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm trying to remember how to... Okay, throw. That's G. I probably could have grabbed just 1 rock instead of 4, but, you know, he looked hungry. He looked hungry, so I thought maybe why not give him 4 rocks to have. Also, it is almost 11, so I should start heading back. That's a rock. Yeah, let's just head to the top. Difficult. Oh, I'm sorry. That, you know what? That was me. That was me this past winter and into spring. Things were rough. But I hope that things, turn around for the better. Oh, it's Q. Oh, there are more of these. Sure strike. Being an enemy buffs your damage. Monsters will more often drop twice as many items. Friendship. That's for pet skins and whatnot. Hey, thank you for the 25 bits!
Gsui_crossing just shared 25 bits. Rose, I recently finished this anime called Frieren.
Yes!
It's a peak cinema Rose. I love it so much, and my favorite characters are Frieren and Mr. Starclaw.
Yes! I really enjoyed Frieren. If you want another anime to watch and you're still in a mood for fantasy, I am obsessed with Witch Hat Atelier. There are like 14 manga volumes out in English, and the first season of the anime is currently airing. There are, what, 8 episodes out so far? And I am obsessed. Oh, you are gonna watch that one next? Well, I'm obsessed. I fell so in love just after like 3 episodes that I went and bought all of the manga. I love it so much, and oh my gosh. I like cannot recommend it enough. I recommend it to everybody now. I'm like, oh hey, do you know what Chatty? You're gonna cosplay Fern? I like Fern's outfit. It's cute and comfy. I hope you have fun at Otakon. I believe we will not be attending again this year, but we would like to go back at some point. I did not go last year because it was during the My Chemical Romance concert, and I am seeing My Chemical Romance again this summer, this time with Sherbert, and I think it is again right around Otakon. You thought about doing a semester abroad in the US, lack of insurance as well as the omnipresence of firearms, maybe reconsider it. I don't blame you. What are you in a cosplay for Gamescom? I have been looking at patterns for the Witch Hat Atelier student, like, apprentice uniform that the 4 girls wear. I probably would cosplay Coco, the main character. I love her so much, but I love all 4 of them. I love all 4 of the apprentices. I love them so much. And they all wear basically the same outfit, with just some, like, slight little tweaks, like they have different shoes and stuff like that, and obviously they have different hair. Now, it was like, what if I just cosplayed all 4 of them? What if I was all 4 of them? So I thought about buying a costume for Witch Hat Atelier, but I've been looking at patterns and I am considering spending the time making it. It really depends on when I want to cosplay it. If I'm willing to maybe have it be like, it's gonna be like, it's like long sleeves and layered, so maybe I don't want to wear it this summer anyway and like overheat at Anime NYC. In that case, I might end up making it. I don't. It's like, it's such a story that's about the process of creating things that I was like, okay, I had been wanting to get back into sewing. My first sewing project is sewing a button-up shirt for my spouse out of some fabric that we purchased in Japan. But yeah, so I've been thinking about making the apprentice outfit from Witch Hat Atelier. Cadence from Rift the Necrodancer. Oh, Cadence is fun. Is your friend also gonna cosplay a character from Rift the Necrodancer? I'm trying to figure out what I want to sell. Oh, I got a hat! The Lava Cat hat. I don't want to sell any of the Void stuff. And then some of these, I think, are just things that I want to put away. So I just have to remember where they go. That goes there. Now that I'm playing this for the first time in months, and I'm going to inevitably, you know, play it for the next 2 weeks, each day I will be better about remembering which things go where, that I already have set up. Where did Sap go? That's there. Where in the heck did I put the ore? Suzui, gotcha. You'll not carry a guitar to Gamescom. I don't blame you. way back in the day, I was cosplaying K-On!, which is a slice of life anime and manga about a group of high school girls who start a band. I would see people bring the Guitar Hero controllers and have that as their guitar for at the con for pictures. Because people were generally like, I don't want to be anxious having my guitar on me and, like, maybe it getting damaged. Also, they're much heavier than a Guitar Hero controller. Where? I thought... Did I, like, use all my gold ore? Surely I didn't. Surely I didn't. I have yet to see any of the ore, and now I'm like, where the frick did it go? Also, I need to go the frick to bed. Yeah, crowded hallways. I don't even like wearing bulky costumes. Like if I'm gonna go to the artist alley or the dealer's hall. Like anything with wings, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to wear this. I have done it, and then people just like constantly bumped into me, like into my costume, and I was just like anxious the whole time, so I learned my lesson. It's gonna rain tomorrow. Juniper's birthday's coming up. I've been forgetting to pick up slash pet my cat. Okay, I'm gonna need to water these. I still would like to know where the frick the ore went. This is labeled, I think this is where I would put ore, but clearly I put seeds there the last time I played. So, bro. That's fish. There they are! I found them. Oh, I was like, I know I have to have ore here somewhere. I'm gonna hold on to the ornamental rock for now. Where are the lava chestnuts? I'm gonna put them there for now. Yeah, I used to have an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar. I did not play very much guitar though. My parents bought me some guitars when I was playing guitar for a while, and then I graduated high school and then never touched a guitar again. In hindsight, the ADHD signs are so obvious. I loved trying out new hobbies and then dropping them. So, unfortunately, you know, guitar was one of those. I did put in like a year into guitar. A part of it was that my hands are kind of small, and so my fingers can't stretch very well for along the frets, and that was annoying. That was very annoying, and I really did not enjoy that aspect. I've been told that I also would hate piano for that reason. And I'm like, yep, that probably checks out. I would probably hate piano for the same reason. I am just gonna put the chair there for now. Okay, let's let the animals out. Hey, I'm just trying to pet you. do all the quick pets. Ooh, we got oranges. Oranges and apples. Oh, you also have a ukulele? You know what? Actually, we have a ukulele. Jovial won it in a raffle a little while ago. And we both have been meaning to learn how to play it. I can probably handle a ukulele's frets. I imagine, and from what I recall, they are not spaced apart nearly as much as like a traditional guitar, because it is a much smaller string instrument. Can't really shred on it? Yeah, obviously, it's, yeah. Tapping on a ukulele isn't as fun and cool. Is it mostly for, like, strumming, chords? The ducks and the bunnies. Wait. Okay. If I pet them, I will interrupt them, so I will wait. Alright, they're done. Wait. Wait. Give me, yes, give me the goods. Got a magic seed. Yeah, more sense for strumming with high voicings, yeah. I will say that, strumming chords was definitely not something that I enjoyed on a traditional guitar, but maybe I will enjoy it more on a ukulele. Did I miss one? I did! It's the 24th, so I'm not gonna really plant anything new. Gonna store the seeds for now. Excuse me, in the way. Give me things. Aw, they're playing. They're so freaking cute. So cute. You do rhythm and lead guitar in the band. Oh, neat. Yeah, I can see that style of play is not going to lend well to ukulele. Love weird chord expansions unless it comes to recording. During one song frequently said, why did I write it like this? Who did this? And you're just like looking at yourself in the mirror. Like, ah, right. Oh, I remembered how to organize stuff. It's that button. I usually store a bunch of stuff, and then ever so often I would like go through and just sell a bunch of stuff that I'm like, actually I can clear out what I have. for you. They did not have anything for me. Oh, nothing there either. Alright. Let's go back to the mines. Actually, wait. You know what we should do instead is... Okay. Manor House Dining Room. The Inn. Let's do that. Go first. Look at all these fish! Need a chord stretching from fret 4 to fret 8? Oh my gosh. It's a funny minor 7 chord voice, and it makes sense in the context of how it's played. And you also add some tapping to it to imply melody in a different chord. That is so cool! My hand would not be able to do that at all. It's cool though. I like people having various creative pursuits. I am looking forward getting back into sewing, and I'm glad that I started cross stitch last night. I don't know, just like something like bit me last night. I was like, I want to do something creative, but I can't figure out what I want to do. And a part of me was like, I kind of want to resume the crocheting. And I was like, my brain is too tired for me to like figure out where I left off on and continue doing the math that I need to do in crocheting. I did not realize how much math crocheting had, and it kind of bums me out. And I was like, you know what? Let me try the cross stitch kit that I have. So I got two, you know, one of them being Big Man, one of them is the Master Sword from Zelda. And I picked up Big Man and I started it. I stitched his mouth last night. Big Man with a little mouth right now, and I really enjoyed it. I was like, I am getting into a flow state, and that was what I was really looking for with crochet. But I don't think I'm gonna get to that point in crochet for quite a while. So I think crochet has to be my like creative hobby where I'm like challenging myself, and cross stitch is the creative hobby for when I'm relaxing. But I'm glad that I now have that with cross stitching, so I'm looking forward to doing that more often. There was the seed maker. Right? Not here. That's what it was, yeah. I'm not gonna buy that just yet because I'm not like in need of like seeds, but that's good to know. Still feel like you're really bad at guitar. Always see where I want to be and not where I used to be. I mean, yeah, that's me with Splatoon. With competitive Splatoon, but I'm like having to like routinely sit back and remember where I was years ago. Be like, oh wait, I am better than I used to be. I feel like that's so normal on things where there's a sense of progression. It's really hard to understand that progression when you're in the middle of it. Or I'm like, oh, I am genuinely better than I was years ago. Like I can definitely tell. But that's because I had to like keep sitting down to remind myself that I was in fact learning and getting better. But yeah, taught a friend who also played for 10 years now how to play the first song. Oh, you know, you're playing band release. Realize how hard the things I write are for people who don't spend as much time on the guitar as I do. Yeah. I mean, that's me when I like start like talking to people who don't play Splatoon competitively. And then I'm like, oh, right. I was also at that point once upon a time. Turns out we don't just like come out of the womb knowing how to do various things. Hi, Bite Size Squad, how are you doing? We're getting... Was this how we get an apiary? Yes. Apiary and terrarium. So in real life, I would die if I was ever taking care of an apiary because I am terrified of bees. I am so scared of bees. I think this might be learned. I will say that my mom was very afraid of bees when I was growing up. She had a legitimate reason. She was allergic. She was very allergic. But I was just so used to, like, whenever there was a bee around, like, my mom would get so tense. And yeah, I was very afraid of bees. Fun fact, I've been stung by a bee once in my life, a single time. It wasn't a bee, actually. It was a yellow jacket. They're so much worse. They're just assholes. It was on September 11th, 2001. It was on the September 11th. I went home early that day because my mom was worried that I was going to be allergic like she is. Yeah, that's my 9/11. Most of the students were already pulled out of school that day. My mom wasn't going to pull me out. She was going to leave me and my sister in school that day. And then the nurse called. And so she picked me up. I go into my sister's classroom in grade. So, like, I knew what was happening because I was in 5th grade, but my sister was in 2nd grade. And it was really only the 5th graders that were, like, told about what was happening. The 2nd graders, really 4th graders and below, were not told anything. So I burst into her, like, classroom to let her know that we're going home early. And I'm like, don't worry, it's not because of the towers being attacked. And her teacher just, like, scowled at me. It was like, shh. I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. It did not even occur to me that they wouldn't be telling the 2nd graders about what was going on. I was just like, oh, obviously all the kids, like, had the news turned on. No, it was just the 5th graders. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's my 9/11. The yellow jacket crawled up my shorts during recess and stung me. And then flew off like an asshole. Rude. Just like my work's here done, bye. Just gonna ship bugs, yeah. Yeah, that is the only time I've been stung. And it is because I have very specifically avoided all buzzing flying creatures since then. Also, I went in here because I wanted to have some soup. Yeah, I am terrified of bees. We needed to go into the manor. It's in the dining room. There's that again. Oh, I think it's here. Yeah. And going back, Philly was saying, that was a song that I played 1,000 times. It's unimpressive for me when I play it live for non-guitars. They say that it's the coolest thing they saw someone play. Most people only know how to play Wonderwall. You're my Wonderwall. Yeah, that, like, I distinctly remember walking to my dorm from a class that had ended when I was in college, and I did walk past a guy who was chilled outside playing Wonderwall on his acoustic guitar. I never learned how to play Wonderwall. I did learn how to play the intro to Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day. Which, to be fair, is a better song. I even like Wonderwall. I like the song, but still. That was a slam. These cute kiddos, they're adorable. It was such a stereotype for, like, white guys in college to play Wonderwall on the acoustic guitar. It's a stereotype because it was true! When I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's real! The stereotype, it's real! Alright, so I read in the patch notes that the Lost and Found sounds really, really awesome. So like the things that you don't pick up, that you just leave outside, this does not extend to the mines, but just like on the overworld area, it will collect everything once a week, I think on Mondays, and have it in a little bin by Baylor's shop for you to just like pick up the stuff. So that's a nice little quality of life update. If I want to play peak acoustic music, I play Gregory and the Hawk songs. I don't know if I know Gregory and the Hawk. Music's in a limbo between seemingly popular and influential, yet no one knows her at the same time. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the name. Do you know if I would maybe know any of, like, the more, like, popular songs? Oh, this reminds me, I have to vote on Malibu's weekly Music League prompt. Our for this week it was, we titled it The Arrival, so they were all we all submitted songs that are kind of like our song that kind of fits us, that would play like if you were arriving somewhere. It's kind of like pump, catchy and high energy, but also is like kind of like true to you. I gotta go vote on which one are my favorites. First studio album has millions of views, but it only has like 14,000 subs on YouTube. I am gonna write a note to go check it out. Oh, but yeah, through this music league that we've been doing among our teammates on Malibu, and also extended to like our partners and whatnot, I have been coming across some really awesome music. Nina submitted a song for the previous prompt that I loved so much that I used 3 out of 6 of my votes on that single song. I was like, this song made me cry. So I'm like, this has not happened in our music league yet, so I have to give it 3 votes. I usually don't give something, an individual song, more than 2 votes. And like, if I really like it, I'll give it 2. And then the ones that I still quite enjoy, but aren't my super favorites, I'll give 1. But for that one, I was like, I'm giving it 3! So this is Gregory and the Hawk. Yeah, Nina introduced me to an artist that I know has music up on Bandcamp, so next Friday, when I believe is Bandcamp Friday, I will be checking out at least one of her albums and buying it. I mean, I wish I could remember the... Actually, I would say I wish I could remember the artist's name, but I could not pronounce it. It started with a Y. And I was like, I do not know how to pronounce this name. It was just like, it was such a gorgeous song. That prompt was spring, like springtime stuff, and a lot of us did more like more like upbeat, happy songs where it was like, finally winter has passed and it's springtime now. And Nina submitted this like very bittersweet song, and I was just like, I'm sobbing. I love this song so much. Maple's outfit's so cute. I think we'll never make as much money from all the streaming services combined as we did from like the 5 sales on Bandcamp. Yeah, because like the streaming services, you're getting fractions of a penny essentially. I have completely stopped using Spotify. Music League's actually connected to Spotify. Instead, I just like every week I'm like, okay guys, I made a YouTube playlist of all the songs that we submitted for those of us who don't use Spotify, because it will automatically make Spotify playlists for you based on all the songs that everybody submitted. And I'm like, I'm just making a YouTube playlist for us. But yeah, even if I was still using streaming services right now, I have stopped, because really Spotify was my streaming service, and then a year ago I was just like, I'm done with Spotify for so many reasons. And but even if I was still using streaming services, I would feel like, hey, I would like to support my favorite artists on Bandcamp, because that is how they actually make money. But now I just buy the music on Bandcamp and I download the MP3s or whatnot. They will say that people, you can download like the app for Bandcamp on your phone and like stream music that way as well. Like it's music that you've purchased, but like you can listen to it that way. I never ended up using Tidal, but I know a few people who switched from Spotify to Tidal. There's my boyfriend. I love him. Grumpy, but with a heart of gold. You're sweet. He's so cute. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love him so much. Oh my gosh, you made your own CD? For festival we played and hand signed them. That's so cute. Years ago, one of my friends was in a band called Tara and the Dactyls. And so I saw her play live in New York City a few times. And they did make an EP that is on Bandcamp. And that was very fun. But I will say that like their energy was like so fun for live shows. Tara is very much a stage presence. And there's my kitty cat. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go collect in more stuff. How many? I needed like 5 of each thing. Go back to here. Hello. Hello. I have not had dinner yet, but I probably will in like half an hour. Yeah, don't need to wait for me. Man, I got kitties in here. We got the windows open. It's so nice out.
We still have the AC downstairs, but I think that's fine.
Oh, I didn't even know the AC was on downstairs.
Only downstairs.
I love a little speed boost from defeating monsters. Whoosh. I see a chest. I love the lava cats. They're so cute. What we got? Obsidian fence. Oh, there's a void plant thing. Off we go. We're the women quote on our next gig. Just rattle the band. Side celebration for being the quota band. I'm gonna throw my fake breasts into the crowd. People catch drumsticks and guitar picks. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's totally the same thing. That is a cute idea. Hey, let me... Hold on. Stop it. Da-ba-da-ba. Monster Whisker. Cute! I have so much gold ore. Is there anything over here? That looks like diamond. Oh. Ooh. Little guys. Oh, okay. I can get rid of those pieces of wood. And you know what? I think I don't actually need the lava snail. Yeah. Well, my pockets are full, so I could actually head back now. Let's go investigate. There. Actually, let me head back to my farm first. Then I might check a couple places. Want to do more to motivate our crowds to move and sing along, but we never tried a lot out in that regard. Mostly jump around on stage a lot, which already gives us a lot of stage presence. Yeah. Also, the only rock pop EDM band. That sounds awesome. That's very much my tastes. Heck yeah. Among singer-songwriters, that helps me to stand out. Yeah, good luck with the Battle of the Bands. Oh, I gotta put the animals to bed. I always forget to do that, and then they're so angry the next day. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Get this going here. Yeah. Put monster whiskers in there. Diamond goes in there. So fancy. Where did a hot potato go? Oh, guess you're going in there. I forgot. That. I'm running out of space for my miscellaneous house things. I'm running out of space. Put those there. Woo, okay, cool. And to sound too arrogant, but being the coolest person among five, and Sheeran sound likes is quite easy. Being the coolest among actual bands is harder. Yeah, yeah. Here. Thank you for the bits again, Shisui.
Gsui_crossing just shared 25 bits. Rose, I forgot to say, Rose, can we get a clap? Clapping hands emoji, for Splatoon
Yes.
making it to 11 years.
Yes!
I cannot believe this franchise came this far. The fact Nintendo took a huge risk with the series and turned into something big was the best thing ever. Also clap for Hisashi Nagami for making this series a thing and introducing one of the best shooting games for Nintendo of all time.
I dare say it is the best shooting game for Nintendo of all time. That's a pink fishing rod. I'm gonna buy it. I was like, what if I bought it right now? Yeah, happy 11 years. The way I age, when I sometimes hear y'all be like, oh yeah, I was too young to play Splatoon 1 when it came out. And then I just wither into dust. Can we get a little clap? Splatoon is now old as people assume Splatoon players are. No, but like actually, it makes me wither into dust. Did I have something to get from... I don't remember. Oh, it's later than I thought. Is it like Stardew Valley? Is it at 2 a.m.? It's not at 1 a.m., is it? Oh, thank God. Okay, it is 2 a.m. Since I have time, let me... Oh! Hello, excuse me. Thank you for the rocks. I wanted to stash this tool there. Where do these things go? Oh, that goes there now. Actually, I think I might have some of this in the fridge. Whatever. Whatever. Splatoon's old enough to play Splatoon now. 10 and up, you're right. I'll just wither into dust. It's raining! Is today's Juniper's birthday? No, it's tomorrow. Pumpkins! Oh, so many pumpkins. Awesome. Put away the flour. Put away the sod. Excellent. Let's sell those. Let's check in on the farm animals. Gotta make them like me. Gotta get those relationship scores up. Head is full of other very inappropriate comparisons to Splatoon's age. Yeah, man, I was a young adult when Splatoon 1 was straight up not even out, like, announced. I was like a year out of college. This story is probably repetitive to some of you who actually know me and have been here before. But I was working at E3. I used to do games journalism. and I was at the E3, only E3 I've ever been to, back in 2014, when Splatoon was announced and shown off for the very first time. It was like their surprise, like, surprise, we have a new IP, surprise! There's a playable demo at E3. And I was working that E3, so I was there. I was there when the texts were written. So I played all the global test fires leading up to Splatoon 1's release. I pre-ordered it. I played it day one. Yeah, oh my gosh, I remember the "You're a kid now, you're a squid now" commercial. Oh my gosh, it lives in infamy. All the things. Woohoo! Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna have to refill their, like, food and whatnot for tomorrow, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I am gonna need more food, though. But, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Yes. Oh, that's an herb. Get some rosemary. Oh, that's an ant. I was like, what is that dot? That is an ant. What? Yeah, I'll get some of these berries. I have not been checking over here. Okay, now that's I think that's a grape tree that's not in season right now. Nothing exciting. We're gonna go to the mines. My pockets are actually really full already. What if we just, like, very quickly drop stuff off? Elsie, I have been neglecting on the gossip. Peas. Also, I did not even say hi. Hi. Cool. Probably the best marketing Nintendo had during the Wii U era. It was certainly catchy. Yeah, man, I don't know what happened with the Wii U era. Hey, I just lost some pound bucks. I don't know what happened that era, but Nintendo really blew it with marketing. They truly did not know how to market stuff. Like, not even like the console itself. They did so well with marketing for the Wii, and then they just, like, did not know what to do with the Wii U. Yeah, also the name was... God, that was not good. They did not. They did not do that particularly well. Also, apparently this is where I've been putting my spare tools. That goes there. sell some of these things. Oh, gotta put away the blackberries. Alright, I'm gonna now run over to the mines. Actually, wait, one of the things I did not check are any updates to these shrines. Okay. No new updates to farming. I don't have the tier 5 fishing. Maybe. Maybe. I think the Wii U mostly, like, the naming was really tough with the lack of marketing. There was such an emphasis on the tablet as a part of the Wii U, which, granted, that was like the big main difference from the Wii. But it confused a lot of people into thinking that it was add-on hardware to the Wii, as opposed to a whole new console. And I think that was the big mistake. And I think the name contributed to that, but if they had better marketing then to explain exactly what it was to people, then I think the name would have been fine. But the name was not helping clear up confusion. Mist Spot will appear daily around Mystria, where the veil between worlds is thin, allowing you to reach through and pull forth unusual objects from the magic realm in exchange for essence. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe. I might go for that. Cooking. I have not maxed out the cooking skill yet, so... Mistral Expert. The amount of Mistral ore required to craft Mistral. Oh, that's just making that more cost efficient. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the Mist site. Okay. Let's see if I can find some more void objects. I'm gonna try not to pick up too many things from outside the mines right now. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Hi. Let's say hi to all of you. Look, right here. Let's start at 65 this time. Something different.
Pretty soon if you want any.
Yep, thank you. Peekaboo. Oh, I missed. Where are the void things? I would like to stare into the void. There we go. Just go down. Oh, hello. I really don't need to worry about dying in here. Say the mining in this game is easier than it is in Stardew Valley in terms of the monsters. I'm way less concerned about dying. I'm like, I can just tank these hits. Oh wait, I just saw that there's stuff over there. Oh, he's shy. He's okay. Is that an artifact? Okay, yeah, that is. Shortcut scrolls. Is that something that's legit? I think that's everything in here on this floor. I don't know if there are any other void things, unless there's a fish in here somewhere, but I don't know that there is. We're close to having 5 void powders. Can I get to 5 for each of them, I believe. Hello, Buggy. Fire wasp. I was gonna say, I was like, that does look mysteriously B-shaped. Where are the stairs? Mysterious lack of stairs. Gotta get rid of chestnut. My God. Okay, I would like to go fishing, but first I need this guy to stop. You are going to interrupt me. Oh my gosh. Cute little lava cat. Oh, okay, there. I gotta get rid of some stuff. Fire wasp, I do not care about you. Fishies. I'm gonna have to get rid of more stuff, but mostly I just want to see if they give me void stuff. Please. You got scorpioned in Animal Crossing. Ooh. One time I was playing. Okay. Oh, 2 of them. One time I was playing at night, and I got surprised by a scorpion, and then I immediately, like 30 seconds later, got surprised by a tarantula. I felt like Nintendo hated me that night. More stuff. Gotta get rid of more stuff. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the monster shell. You guys want to be void things? Hey! Nice. Still don't have 5 of stuff. Let's skedaddle. I got a new fish. I'm not going to donate any of the void stuff yet. I think I have time to run back, get rid of some stuff, and then come back and grab those. I feel like the Diamondback mirror is, I think, a present for somebody. Put away some of the stuff. Yeah, we have time. I'm gonna run back for it. I love my cow mount. It's all cute. Fish tank! What else do we get? I assume how to make the fish tank. Yep. What's in the chest? What's in the chest? I should probably start aggressively selling some stuff though if I want to start upgrading. Getting like one of the large coops. I don't want to put this for now. I might put it by my fishy box. Then I'll never forget what goes there. My fishy box is full. That's not storage, is it? No, it's not. Man, if only. I feel like we probably don't cook with the fire sailfish. I feel like I could probably sell it. Doop-doop. Oh, nope, it was raining, right? So the cat did not go out. Sleepy time. Some money. It's Juniper's birthday. What's she like? I do wish that when you hovered over these that it said what it was. Oh, those are the golden cookies. Like the crystal rose thing. Scepter. Oh, is that a pizza? Is that a hot toddy? I have anything in the food that matches those? Don't think so. That was what she liked. Crystal Rose. Gosh dang it. Face the right way. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I will have to wrap up soon so I can go eat. Get. Call out these guys. Nope, the pink chicken. Pet you, we already pet you. You're eating, because I'll let them eat. Trying to pet the bunny. Who hasn't been pet? You. Very important farming work. Going around and be like, I must pet you. Remind them, like, you are loved. You are loved, I love you. These all the ones from inside the big barn. So I have the item in there that, it's like the auto petter. Hi, Ziddles! Let me stop by for a second. Had a day was filled with spreading the word about some pretty grim legislation in my state. Oh my gosh. Hopping on a call with a friend to game, have some good time bringing spirits back up here. So hoping that everyone's been having a wonderful day, wonderful stream. Oh yeah, I love Mystria. Oh my gosh. You are doing a fantastic job of spreading the word, even though it is about like sad, depressing things. Thank you for your work. Absolutely take the night to go decompress and think of lighter things. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna be getting some dinner very soon. But I know I'm gonna forget that it's Juniper's birthday if I don't go deliver a birthday present. I know how I am. Also, I'm just gonna go sell the obsidian double bed. I'm not gonna, I know me and my taste. I'm not gonna use it. Same with the table. Let's go. Where is she? Juniper. Oh, okay. She is up by the manor. Garlic! Num 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 num. She is... Oh, gotta say hi to my boyfriend. There she is. Alright, I have a gift for you. Happy birthday. Excellent. I think March likes the sesame tuna bowl, but is he maxed on friendship right now? Yeah, they have not. I think the next major update is maybe gonna unlock the max hearts, the limit up to 10, but not yet. I suppose I could sell it. That is money. Did want to sell stuff and make money. Are there any of these that I know I'm definitely not going to use? Obsidian bed. Probably the cavern wall. Okay, get off it here. I'm gonna sell the gold fishing pole. I'm not gonna use it. Let me sell some of these. Make some money. Could sell some corn, some pumpkins. Money in the bank. You know what? Let's sell the garlic too. Awesome. I think that's a pretty good place to stop right now. Let me do a quick save 'em a game. Oh, thank y'all so much for chilling. It was a very, very low-key chill stream. I'm gonna go have some dinner and probably maybe also do some more cross-stitching. Maybe. But before I go, I may in fact have us go somewhere, possibly. I might. Give me a second. I'll see if there's anywhere I can quickly send us to. But before I go, if you are not following me on my socials, I am Rosabella everywhere, from Twitch to YouTube to Blue Sky and Instagram, and so on and so forth. You want to join our Discord? That is also linked in the chat for you over on Twitch. At the very least, it is linked. I should start adding the Discord link to the channel descriptions for these various ones, but actually I think I am just gonna head out for the night. Thank y'all so much for chilling as I play a game that is not Splatoon. I wanted just something fun and chill. I hope you'll have a fantastic weekend. I don't think I'm going to be streaming this weekend, and I am also going to be pet sitting starting next week, so streams might be a little less frequent. Not early next week, but like later in the week, and then the following week. We will see. I might see if I can even just like pop on and just do like a chatty stream for a little bit on my phone or something. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But thank you all so much for hanging out. Have a good weekend, and I will see you possibly next Monday night, probably. Yeah. Be well. Bye.